I will explain how I recover the data from inside a Ubuntu 22.04 VirtualBox virtual machine. When I tried to grow the drive, the disk, and VirtualBox crashed. It didn't report any error, but it became unstable. And later, when I tried to use the additional disk, I found that the VM was rendered not bootable. So I explain how I fix it. First, we go to File, Tools, Virtual Media Manager, not to the other tools that I showed previously, here from the menu File. Then we select the drive that we want to grow. As you see, it has 25 gigabytes and I have 24.82 gigabytes used, so it's almost full. So here I grow it to 35 gigabytes and I apply. And apparently it started to do the work, but I got this error from Ubuntu. I didn't press show details, so I didn't know for sure if it was VirtualBox, but it looked like. So I wait a bit for it to see if this bar grows, but it was not growing. So after waiting for a while, I press the refresh button, and then it simply disappeared. All the information about the drives disappeared, and VirtualBox became not responsive, in the sense that was not able to access the information from the VMs. So I had to close it. I waited, but it was stuck at 0%, and that error that appeared looked very much as if it attempted to launch a tool or a process and it crashed. So you can see that the drives are not displayed, which was a bit concerning. So I tried to close it. I'll launch it again, and at least the drives were there, the virtual machines were there. So I inspected, and it says that the virtual size was 35 gigabytes. So that looked like if it worked. I decided to attempt a second round. First, I checked that I had enough memory available and enough hard drive space. I had 19 gigabytes free on the drive, so I could expand this more. I expanded to 37. And the thing is that this disk is split in 2 gigabytes files, and the space is only used as it is really claimed by the guest operating system. So even if I tried to grow the drive to 37 gigabytes, the physical space from the host was not claimed. So apparently was not responsive. So I close it again and start it again. I see there the 37 gigabytes. So I was assuming that somehow it worked. Refresh was not crashing. So I attempted to power the virtual machine. It was revealing like 37 gigabytes on the main drive. This is accelerated per 8, and then I try to claim the space. So the first thing is to swap off, so because I had a third partition with swap, that did not allow me to grow for the remaining space. So I stopped the swap, and then I removed the swap partition. I attempted first to resize, but the way the tier partition was created with the swap didn't allow. So I decided just to remove the swap partition, as I could create at any moment. Then I tried with resize to file system, but said that nothing to do. So I went for grow partition. Well, I'll launch swap off again, but was not necessary because all of the swap was already down. So I go to fdisk. I deleted the partition for the Linux swap. Then I check history for the grow command that I tried before, and I executed it again. Grow part dep SDA on the first partition, and it changed to claim the space. So now with fdisk I see all the space, the 37 gigabytes. With df not yet, so now I launch resize to file system, and now with df the system is seeing the 37 gigabytes. So apparently it seems like it worked. So with plenty of 10 gigabytes of space, I tried to do a release upgrade, which take space on disk, and then I got this error. The IO cache encountered an error, and then a crash from Ubuntu for VirtualBox. So I tried to boot again the VM. I thought, okay, the disk became full, maybe I can free some space and somehow continue using this VM. And I tried to boot it. I speed up this per 4. But I got this ugly error, and was not possible to boot anymore that VM with the disk. So apparently it was damaged. So I attempted a rescue, and rescue mission basically with booting Ubuntu 26.04 installation disk, installation that allow you also to try it live, so to use it live without installing. So I set the ISO for Ubuntu 26.04 on the CD, and I booted with it. This error that it tells every time, nothing to worry about. So I'm booting now with Ubuntu 26.04 on the VM that is crashing, the Ubuntu 22.04 VM that crashed. So it started. Apparently we have network. Asks for the first steps of the install. I said next, but it's not necessary. I just close these windows because I'm not going to install anything. As you can see on the bottom left on the bar, I have access to the drives in there. So here is the 40 gigabytes volume, the 37 for real, that is displayed as 40, and I'm able to mount it on the bar. On the bar, I copy the address, and then I go to the terminal. And just CD to that mount point. And then ILS, I made this mistake because the keyword is not, I'm using the Catalan keyword and it's configured as English, so the positions of the keys are in different places. I'm used to work with both, so I'm able to find where the dash is with an English configuration, even if it's a Catalan keyboard. So here I see that we have not an IP address. Ping to Google doesn't work, to Google DNS doesn't work, ping to local router doesn't work. So the trick here is to disconnect the network, wait 5 minutes, and then enable. And this normally makes the magic. You could also use create a new disk attached to the VM and copy from the damaged disk to the new disk if you want, or you can even try to add a USB to connect a USB. So there are several ways you can extract the information and you have access. So now we have network. So with network you can ECP, you can rsync, you can SFTP to another machine on the network, or even you can upload files to internet, to your drive, for example, to Google Drive or OneDrive from Microsoft. But I just copied the data locally to the network. And with this, I recovered all the information.